build a gunpla. Should have read the instructions at the start. So how do you turn this into this? So this basic beast is what's known as a convention kit, and these kits are handed out to distributors, usually so they can have like a build and take type of day at their conventions, and it is really a very simple kit. So the instructions for gunpla are actually quite simple. As I said, this is a very basic set of instructions. As you can see, it's all picture based and numbered in steps, so it's a bit like Lego. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. It's only 4 steps. The actual kits themselves, as I said, are quite simple. Now this is, as I said, this is a beginner's convention kit, so it comes with four bits, and these bits are what are known in the trade, to people that as this is a runner, and on each runner there are the parts. So the first thing, I guess, that as a beginner that you have to get used to is this idea of identifying which runner is what. So I'll use this one because it's probably a bit easier to see. Yep. So as you can see, there's a number on the runner, and a letter and a number. So that's B, C, A, and the sample that we're using is C just because it shows up in camera a bit better. So this is known as C3. So when we check our manual, you'll see that these runner ID things are replicated in the manual. So this is C3, 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 and you'll notice next to the runner ID tag C3 is a small number in a black circle, and those numbers correspond to the numbers that are on these really small little tags here. So if you've got bad eyes like me, you probably have to put your glasses on or something like that. Pro tip! You can get a pencil and actually colour it in, and you'll actually see what it looks like. And make it stand out. So the part numbers show you what goes, the arrows show you the direction things go, and when we're constructing, it all goes together. The good thing about these Gundam kits is that they're designed as what's called snap fit or snap tights, and you really don't need glue to put these kits together, which is makes them quite good for beginners. Some of the older kits, so those were made in 1970s, 1980s, and even some of the early parts of the early 1990s do require glue, so it's something to take into account when you're buying your kits. So when you're planning your building, there are a couple of things that have to be taken into account. Length of time is a really hard one to answer. How long does it take you to build something? This little kit here, for example, took me 6 minutes and 32 seconds, as you'll see. I know I can build a HG kit, and I'll go through the scales in the next video. I know I can build a HG kit in about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on the kit. And this is up to prep for paint stage. So obviously then sanding and stuff like that, you then add in more time, and then painting, add in more time. Master grade kit, as you said, it's probably, they're the mid-range kits, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. They can take upwards of a couple of hours to a couple of days, again depending on how complex it is and obviously how new it is. Having said that, I find the really older ones take a lot longer to build because they're not snap fit. Some of them come with screws, glue, all that type of stuff. Through to perfect grade, I've built one perfect grade that took me about 2 weeks to build, and that was a sort of, about an hour a day building that, because again it was just so large and fiddly, and again it had screws and stuff like that. So when you're working out how long to, I guess, allocate to building something, there's a lot of factors that you have to take into it. Things like your access to tools, breaking the kit down into parts. So I know when I build, I'll do an arm, I'll do the body, I'll do the legs. I follow the sequence basically, but I know that if I need to stop, there's natural stop points. And I stick to those as well. I don't sort of push through for the sake of getting something done. The other thing that can make or break a build is modifications, clean up, nub removal, and all that type of stuff. So how long does it take? How long's a piece of string?
Luminous lights, they pierce through the sky. 世界を明るく Ruby hearts, just give me a spark. あなたは輝く